In today's story, we are going to need to take a trip back to 2019. June 2019, in fact, with a game known as Cooking Simulator. Cooking Simulator I actually have played in my videos and was a game commissioned by Tofuu around that time period. A smash breakout hit at the time, a game that teamed hundreds in revenue, and so much more. But today's story involves a shady developer known as Rexiel, who Rexiel is a thief, in fact proven by his fellow or former co-workers. Today's drama involves the game known as Cooking Simulator and how he in fact stole the game entirely, re-uploaded it, and now asks for a lawyer despite the fact he doesn't even own the property. Please do not play Cooking Simulator uploaded by him because he doesn't own the game and in fact stole it entirely. The evidence is here, and in fact he's been called out by multiple developers for stealing the game, hiring someone else for maps, and everything else without permission and so much more. He's also been calling out for faking being homeless, yikes, and other things too. This guy seems super shady. Rexiel has even been kicked from what is known as RDC, aka the Developer Convention, and was barred from future events. There is something that takes to do that, by the way, and so much more. There's a lot to get into. This guy has been hiding under a fake mask the entire time for developing projects and turned on his team, which is known as the Cooking Bros. At this time, Tofuu has decided not to take legal action, but if he does, we will go more and more into this case in the future, as well as more too. So get ready, hold on to your spatula, because this is certainly a kitchen nightmare. We'll be going through the entire story in order, what led up to this call out, and so much more. My name's Snooki Alex, and this is our Roblox drama series, where we get right into the Roblox news, drama, tips and tricks, and more. Today's incident involves a plate of disaster regarding Cooking Simulator coming on our hands. Let's get started. Yo, what's up, Hashtag Nerd Squad, and welcome back to another video. Before we get started in today's video, make sure to subscribe for Roblox drama, news, tips and tricks, and more. Don't forget to subscribe for videos up to 4 times a week. I'd also like to thank everyone for 10,000 subscribers. The whole thought of that number means so much to me, and I really appreciate this number, as well as everyone who helped me to get it. Double digits and we are just going up. Triple digits is obviously a far-fetch. Just kidding. Unless? No, maybe like in 2025. I don't really know. Anyway, so let's just get right into the story. So this developer is known as Rexiel, and Rexiel has been really down on his luck. Now, I remember him posting a sob story last year where he had to feel bad for the guy. He was close to being homeless, and he found out more personal details that, out of respect to him, I will not state, but he had an entire breakdown on Twitter with his mental health too. Please don't berate him for this. This is serious and probably real, and mental health should never say deserve to, especially the thoughts he was feeling. This mental breakdown happened the same year this message was posted by Tofuu on July 23rd, 2020. This was the first message that let everyone know about his behavior, actions, and consequences that were to lead up to coming from it. Which says, everyone curious about Cooking Simulator. I hired Rex to create the map and model all the items for Cooking Simulator. He said he could do it. I paid him $4,000 up front with the delivery of a $3,000 more if there was everything that I wanted. I would message him often asking how everything was looking, and I praised him for his work. He would say thank you, he would claim it as his own work. The day before release, a game developer reached out to me that the map was not built by Rex and was purchased from a model site from a different builder. I investigated further and found none of the assets I asked him to create were created by him. Every model was created by other developers and he was taking full credit for them. I found out after several promotional videos were made. This required us to make a new map and many new models within a massively short time frame to not steal assets from other developers. You'll notice in the promotional videos the map is different from the final version of the Cooking Simulator. In the contract it said he had to create them. That's why I terminated it. He got $4,000 for doing none of the work. I even told him I would charge the amounts back, and I still never did. He was my friend over the course of the months we worked on the game, and I felt completely blindsided and I felt foolish. I felt miserable not crediting all the proper artists when they approached me on their work was on Cooking Simulator. This was my first project that involved any developers and I knew nothing about the landscape. Rex was angry and threatened to sue me, and I told him to. He had broken the whole team's trust in the contract. I mentioned $100,000 in court fees, which is complete hypothetical. He had broken every part of the agreement and court would resolve immediately with them regarding our direct messages in the contract, immediately seeing he broke it. He never went to court and he never played everything. I never had issues if he wanted to hire out other developers, he just never asked me. He intentionally lied and took credit for their work. I also learned he underpaid them compared to what he received from me. Every Discord message is sent out of context and is trimmed to look like I didn't give him any chances. I asked him immediately after the first incident after the map for explanations, and he never admitted the truth to me, even though I had proof on every model that he didn't create any of it. He never spoke on his mental issues he was struggling when I knew him, and seeing the things that he's saying makes me sad from knowing him back then. I don't wish any negative energy to him at all. I know the struggle personally. I have tendencies and I'm currently in therapy for it. I hope he's also receiving similar help. I also had no form of reference of how Roblox games were built, managed, promoted, updated. This was my very first project involving developers and builders. CrackOp and Rex were the only two RDC members I knew. Met both through old Roblox forums. I had no way to prove on early what was what, if I didn't know what TC was. If I had known more about development, I'm sure this could have been avoided. Hope that gives some clarification. The allegations say that he lied about being homeless, threatened clients and people in the community with legal threats, and in addition, he also broke an agreement regarding Cooking Simulator, Tofu's first game. And this leads us to the present year, almost 2 years later after Cooking Simulator was revealed of its own game on June of 2019, where it was found out that he stole this game that he did so dirty. And the messages with CrackOp, who is indeed part of the Cooking Boys, in which there are now only 2 Cooking Boys, says this: "Are you serious? You stole the game I worked on for Tofu, uploaded it for yourself, and got 3 times the amount of visits we got? I can't believe you never took the game you stole down." And then he says, "If you wish to contact me, contact my lawyer." And then he responds with, "LMAO, alrighty then." Next, he posts this tweet under today that says, "SMH, and he still uses the thumbnail with my character face. Face with rolling eyes, yawning face. The only reason you ever had access to the Cooking Simulator game was because you lied to us, saying you were making 3D models when you were not, and buying them from somebody else. And then became toxic. And honestly, we don't know the whole full story behind the scenes here. It's clear a lot went behind the kitchen doors when it comes to this situation. And so basically, if you haven't been following along, Rex stole the game as found out today, which was a shocker considering it had 3 times more than the visits than the original simulator's cooking game. The only reason he was able to copy the game and get it was because he was saying he was going to buy 3D models and he didn't, causing them to then be able to copy the game entirely. The be toxic part probably started when the whole suing threat started, despite the fact he was ultimately in the wrong and probably went on a downward spiral due to his mental health in which he didn't speak on, therefore they didn't know if this project was causing him stress or not. CrackOp ends off the thread with, "Alright, I'm going to end it here. This drama for nothing because it's up to Tofu if he wants to take action, but here's proof he was not part of the team when the game went public, after we found out about all Rexiel's lies. So let's go over what happened so far. Rex stole a game, had bad mental health, and ultimately stole the game through him trusting them. Tofu is not known to have taken legal action. So I ultimately want to know, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Tofu will sue or not? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, what do you think about CrackOp's response? CrackOp is generally known as a good guy in the Roblox community, and he also makes jailbreak thumbnails. That's it for this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.